Hello and welcome back to HackerRank Interview Preparation Kit playlist. Currently we are on the video that is balanced brackets. It's marked as a medium for 25 score. This is the first problem from the stack and queues, and I think this is the most popular problem in the stack, if not reversing a string. So they both are popular, so you can judge which one is more popular. So it's a very simple problem. So let's go to the problem definition. After we will cover the explanation part, and it will be followed by writing code. So the basic problem definition is very easy. You will be having three types of bracket. This is normal one, then this parenthesis, then the square bracket, and you have to match them. And by matching, you mean to have one side closing parenthesis, on next side we need to have the closing parenthesis, like opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. So we will see with a number of examples in the explanation part. I hope you get the problem definition. We will receive a single string. We have to check if that particular string is balanced or not, like parenthesis balanced or not. And in this case, it will be contain only the parenthesis. In the real world scenario, real world problem, you will be provided with the whole expression, and by expression I mean numbers, mathematical operators, and then you will be asked if it's balanced or not. So I'll provide the solution which will be taking note of these things as well. So let's move ahead with the explanation part. So we know that there are three types of parentheses. So first, let's say square parenthesis, then there is this one, and then this the normal bracket. So what we mean by parenthesis balancing is, if the parenthesis is open, it needs to be closed somewhere, like in the future. It could be the immediate here, or it could be here. As we can see, it is not closed exactly after it, but it is closed in the future, which matches it. After that, you can see that we can again close this particular bracket. It follows the BODMAS rule, or the preferential treatment of the one bracket over the each. So you can see that this is like a balanced parenthesis. What will not be a balanced parenthesis is opening of one bracket and closing with another one. So this will be this case will be termed as unbalanced case, and we will simply return unbalanced parenthesis. For starters, this is the normal bracket and this is the square bracket. I apologize for the drawing because I'm drawing on the trackpad of laptop. So I hope you got the logic. So let's discuss the cases. The first case will be, let's say if you open your string with this or this, or let's say you open your string, or the first element in your string is these elements, any one of them, that means it is unbalanced parenthesis. Why? You cannot close this. In order to close it, you had to have the I minus 1th element, but since this is the first element in your string, you cannot balance it. So I hope you got the logic. For first element, if it's any one of these three, it will be unbalanced case. You can simply return no in this case. So let me write that particular condition here. So for first letter, we will simply check if these are present. If yes, we simply output no, and we can continue with other test cases. So I hope you got this particular logic. Now let's focus with the more natural explanation with stack. So let me draw a stack. So let's take the same example. So let me draw it quickly. Normal bracket, normal ending, then and then okay. Now there will be two cases, right? First, you will have opening bracket, you will have closing bracket. What we are going to do is, for each opening bracket, we are not going to do anything. So let me write 2. So for opening brackets, we will simply add them into our stack. We will not do any operation on stack if it is an opening bracket. So let's go ahead and do that. So for first, we encounter that is opening bracket. So simply we go and store this in stack. So stack can be made of array, you can go vector, char, array, and that can be treated as a stack. So that's not an issue. So after that, you encounter opening bracket. So you again go ahead and add that particular value into the stock. After that, you again receive normal opening bracket. So you go ahead and add that particular bracket into your stock. Now in the last video, we saw the concept of top, that is the iterator or the pointer which denotes the top value of the stack. So in this case, we will take help from the top. So whenever we push element, we will increment the top. So we saw that in push function in the last video, whenever we remove something, we will use pop function and the top will be decremented. I hope you are familiar with the basic logic of stack. So let's go ahead. So as of now, our top will be pointing at this particular position, right? So it will be -1, 0, 1, 2. Okay. So far so good. After that, we receive that the closing bracket. So if you see, we will not add the closing bracket here. What we will do is, if you receive any closing bracket of any type, of any these three type, we will check what was the last position, last character present in the string, and how we can get that. That is using peek function. We have discussed peek function in the last video. So this is nothing but getting the value which is on the top. So again, this can be done using array and passing top as the index. You will get that particular value. So what we will do is, the last value for the current bracket will be checked. So we can see that at top is equal to 2, like 0, 1, 2. We have this bracket, right? And our current bracket is this. So we'll check if they both match using simple AND condition. Yes, they match, like they of same type. So we can, what we can do is, we can perform a pop operation and delete this value and delete this value, and a basic pop operation would be performed, right? And the top will be decremented and top will start pointing here. I hope you got the logic. So let me clear this. So now top will be pointing here. This particular bracket will be removed. This will be removed. Why? Because we found a closing pair for it. So after that, let's move ahead. So we will come at this particular point. We will hold our horses here, and we will check what was the last element in the string, or the top element in the string. So as of now, our top points at this particular conjunction. So we know that as of now in the stack, this is the last element. What is my current element? This. So we know that these are the same type and the matches the pair. So what we will do, we will perform a pop operation and we will take out this particular value. So let's go ahead and do that. So let me use rubber. So this particular value will be removed. Top will be starting to point, top will be pointing to down. We will decrement top plus minus minus. So that's the case. Now we will move ahead over in a loop. So now we are at this particular point. We will check what is the top condition at the stack. We know like this. So again we know these both matches. So we will simply scratch this particular value or pop out the value. So now top will be pointing at the -1 condition. So at the after performing all the operations, what we simply do is we will check how many elements are remaining in the stack. If the answer is 0, or if our top is pointing to -1, that means there is nothing left in a stack, and that is the case where all the parentheses are balanced. So let me go ahead and take another example of not balancing, so we can concrete our concepts. So let me go ahead and clear this. So I hope you got the basic logic. I think it was not that hard. So let's do a certain operation. So let me take square bracket here and then normal bracket here and end with this. So let's say this is our current example. So let me change the color so there should not be any confusion. As of now, our top will be pointing at this. Our stack is empty. We've encountered the open type of parenthesis. Whenever we encounter these, we simply add them to the stack. So there is no issue here. After that, this is the opening type. And one may ask how we decide if it's opening type or closing. It can be done using a simple if or else statement. So there is not issue. After that, we'll encounter this particular value will be added. Now we'll come at this particular point. Now what we told is, what I told you, whenever we encounter the closing type of parenthesis, we will do certain operation. What operation? Peek operation. We'll check what is the value at current that is on top. So as of now, top is pointing at this value. So we check that for this particular value, we have top like this. So we know that these are not the matching pairs. So in this case, what we will do is, we will simply first add it and leave it there. Now our top will be start pointing here. After that, we will encounter this. We will check the peek condition. We know this is of this type. It will not match. So again, it will be added here. So this will be this. After that, we encounter at this particular case, we know the top is not matching condition. So it will be again added in the loop or the stack. So now we know that our stack is not empty. Whenever our stack is not empty, it is the case of unbalanced parenthesis. Whenever our stack is empty or top is pointing to -1, it is case of parenthesis balancing. I hope you got the logic. And this particular condition, pushing the values like closing brackets value into the stack helps us in the condition. Let's say if this was the like natural condition, and in the last here, let's say if I add this condition, so it ensures that these closing pairs will be cancelled. So we'll see how it works in the coding. I hope you got the logic, and if not, do let me know in the comments. I would be happy to help you there. So let's move ahead. So let's start writing code for this particular solution. The input is very basic, it's a string. So we have defined string, it will be test cases. So we have taken the input string, and I have added the comments here. So we discussed, like, first we'll check the first character of the string. If it's a closing parenthesis, we'll simply print out that it is not balance statement. After that, there is a pushing operation of all the opening parentheses, and after that, for each closing parenthesis, we'll do certain operation, and we'll see here. So let's go ahead and write that. So first we need to create stack. So this can be created using simple what you can say vector. So let me define first top. So it will be -1, again vector, it will be of type character, and for this let's call is a stack, so there is no issue or the confusion. After this we will take the input, that is string. So this will be str. So let me go ahead and write another variable, it's int len, and len will store the length of string. So this will be len is equal to str dot length. Okay, I hope there is no issue in this particular statement right now. Now we have got the string. First we will check what is the type of first character in the string. If it is of closing type, the matter is closed, the problem is solved, we'll simply print out a no. So let's go ahead. So let me check. Let's say if the string first character is, so this will be 0 is equal to the character, the single brackets, comma. So this will be checked with this one, or you can write, let me copy this. So again will be followed by this, again one more. So you will check if it is a round bracket or curly bracket. It is being called, it's called as curly bracket. I was not remembering what's its name and it's almost end of the video. So if this is the case, we'll simply print out, that is cout no. Why? Because we don't have any option to close them, as they are directly starting at the start of the string with closing parentheses. So this will be no, and will be followed by endl, because we have number of test cases. And one more thing, we will continue this because there could be a few more test cases. We don't want to linger here. So this is done. Now let's focus on pushing all the opening type of parentheses. So let me go ahead and write for. So this will be basically from I is equal to 0 to I is less than that of length, I plus plus. After this, let's take one character. So let's say char ch will hold the value currently as string of I. So this will be a basic character. So now what we are going to do is, we will first check if they are of opening type. So this can be checked using basic like ch is equal to let's say this is of type round bracket, similar to what we done previously. So let's say this ch is equal to curly bracket, or ch is equal to square brackets. So if this is one of the case of, like, if my character is one of these, what I want to do is simply add that particular value into my stack, and this can be done using, we will increment the top, and we'll use the vectors basic function, that is pop, right? Not pop, it is pushback. So, or you can add a custom function of pop, push, pick, which we saw in the last video. So this will be basic addition. I hope this particular condition is clear. Now remains the second condition. What if the character I am dealing with is of closing type? So we'll write else if statement, and here what we will do is, we will check current type of parameter and with the previous one. So how it can be done is, let's say check, let's say my current character is of no round bracket, or this should be this one, sorry, closing parenthesis, So if this one and my last character is of like this, then it's a closed parameters or closed parenthesis, right? So how can I get this particular value or character is using, let's say, stack. I have top with me, so I'll simply check what value is at top, and if that is this one, this means that we have that particular value up there. So I hope you got this particular logic. By basically doing stack and top, I am just using the basic pick function. I hope you are clear with this. If this is the case, what we want to do, we want to simply decrement top. After that, we want to push like pop the value. So this will be stack pop back. I hope you are cleared with the basic STL function or the stack function. If not, do check the last video, so it can be get cleared, and this after that watching the previous video, this particular problem will be a cakewalk. So let's go ahead and let me copy the same thing because it will be done 3 number of times. So if I have curly bracket as closing one, I want to check if this is the case. Similar with square one. I hope you got the particular logic because I'm not going to explain this. So after this, we will have else case. So now the else case will be opening bracket of one type and closing bracket of another. So in that case, we can sense that it will be always no. So but what we will do instead, we will follow the parameters. We will add that particular value. So let me go ahead and copy this. So we will add that particular value to the stocks, not stocks, stack. Because sometimes problem might be print out the remaining characters, right? So after adding that particular value to stack, sorry, my bad. What we want to do is we want to print out no here, and let's say end else statement. We want to break out of the loop. After this, what we will be doing is, let's say my for is ending here or here. Let me check. So my for ends here at this. So I have to check one more condition, that is if my stack is empty or not. So how we can do this? If my top is equal to -1, that means my stack is empty. So we can directly go ahead and write simply S statement here. S handle. If not, I'll write else and simple cout no. I hope this is good enough solution. I'm not optimizing it. I'm writing each and every condition so that everyone can understand, and there is no need of writing this many number of conditions. You can directly check it and write the solution for you. So do check that out. So there is a compilation error. So I think I'm having extra brackets. So yeah, this is the copy pasting problem. So my parentheses are not balanced, so that is the case. So this one, what I'm doing. So do check your parentheses are balanced while you are solving the problem of parenthesis balancing. So let's check it again. Giving wrong answer. Oh, actually it is giving one more answer, right? So let me check. Sometimes it's giving one more or one less. So I think there is some issue. Let me check what it was. Yes, we were actually printing no here. So again it was being counted here and was being printed. So that was one of the issue. So let's check it now. So it passes all the test cases. So let's check for the hidden test cases. And if you are someone who is trying to solve all the problems from HackerRank Interview Preparation Kit playlist, do check other videos. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day.